right. What is up, everybody? This is Trenton with Soundlink Magazine. This time we're here with Assuming We Survive and Ground Zero. How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. What about you?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome, sweet. So, yeah, you guys are out here with Metro Station's 10-year tour / farewell tour and everything with Avian Row and Lancifer. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Lancifer, yeah, okay. Typical question, how's the road been treating you? It's a long, I've seen the routing, I've seen the dates. It's a long tour. It's going different places, small places, big places. So, what's this experience been like?
It's been great. Anytime you get to tour with your best friends, it's awesome. Definitely the routing's been pretty crazy. A lot of long drives, not a lot of sleep. But other than that, everything's been great. Like the shows have been great, the fans have been great, the bands are all great. All our openers too have been really good this on this run. So it's been a pretty good experience so far.
Okay. Yeah, this is I think this is the next to last date or somewhere around there. It's coming to a close.
Tonight, including tonight, I think there's 4 more shows.
Okay.
So yeah, we hit back to North Carolina tomorrow, back to South Carolina the next day, and then Saturday it ends in Tennessee. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're almost there. Home stretch.
Yeah, so, with this long tour, it can really take a toll on you guys. You guys seem, looking good and stuff. You guys are still, kicking it and stuff. So,
Hey, look, I'm good on the outside, but I'm hurting on the inside. Today I am especially because we hung out late last night with everyone. So, yeah, I'm tired. My body hurts.
Yeah, so what do you guys do, I guess, to keep refreshed on these long tours? I've seen tours all the time, start to finish. We usually hit them during the middle or near the beginning, so bands are all fresh and stuff. But it's like when we do hit these later, tours and stuff, it's kind of interesting to talk about that. Going from point A to point B and all this time. So what have you guys taken away from this tour so far?
I think this is the first tour that the majority of the band has been eating good and not eating fast food every day like we used to in the past. And I feel like that's actually helping us a lot, getting through these grueling, dates of this tour. I think it's longer than Warped Tour actually too, which we did as well. And it's just about as tiring. Not as bad. This isn't as bad because of the heat factor, but just eating good, trying to do the basic, drink a lot of water and all that stuff. And we have video game system, and we have a PS4 in our van, so the guys play. Yeah, the guys play that to kind of keep sane and get away from the fact that we're just stuck in this van most of the day. So I think that helps out too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've also on this tour, we've gotten to do a lot of fun stuff on this tour, which normally we never have time to do. So we went to a baseball game in Denver, went to Niagara Falls and a lot of sightseeing and just trying to enjoy the cities we're in, versus just playing a city and then bouncing and you don't really get to see the city. So between that and like you said, a lot of video games. We went to, it was Pensacola, right? I feel like Jacksonville. Was it Jacksonville?
That was the first time that I've been in the Atlantic Ocean, so that was really cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we went before a show actually. We just went for an hour, hopped in the water, which was 75 degrees, and just to try to. That was actually literally the day or two before the hurricane hit Florida.
Oh, wow.
So we were just there. We were there in time and got to experience that. So that was that's cool. Stuff like that. Yeah, him saying just doing sightseeing stuff really helps. Morale pretty much. Yeah.
I've heard stories where bands have said they've been to a city, but they haven't been to the city. They stayed in a bus parking lot all day or in the van all day. They didn't get to go see they've been to Chicago, but they haven't been able to see anything there or New York or whatever. So, yeah, I was listening to your album on the way up here, getting re-familiaring myself with it and everything. And one thing I guess I took away this go around I noticed about you guys is the first half is very easy core and then the second half is very old school, gets post-hardcore sounding, mid-2000s sounding, that kind of thing. So did you guys structure this album in that way on purpose, or is that just how it all got organized?
That's just how it came about, and we just kind of figured for the record in a sense, and especially the songs helped it line up that way, but try to give the record a mood all the way through. You got this very positive vibe at the beginning, and then not that the back half isn't positive, but it just turns it a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
So fun record to make. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
And definitely a fun record to play live, so we enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I will say, as somebody who does love the mid-2000s, the latter half was definitely my favorite part and stuff. And so did you guys write it in that way with the intention of making the first half uppity, easy core, whatever you want to call it, pop punkish, and the second half a little bit more on the more heavier side. Was that the intention, or is that just what happened? You guys say, hey, we found this mood here. We're gonna like organize it this way.
Yeah, I mean, we just did it. We just wrote a bunch of songs, and then we picked the best 10 that we thought were our favorites, obviously, and yeah, it just came about like that. So some songs we've always been a band where we don't like. Not that we don't like, we just don't stick to that certain genre on every song. Like we mix in a bunch of different things. We all grew up listening, punk rock in the '90s, and then like I listen to harder stuff too. Everyone listens some guys listen to R&B, hip hop. So all that stuff just kind of blends in together with our songs, and we've always been like that too. Even on the new record we're currently writing. You'll see a bunch of that as well. So
yeah, I was gonna ask about that because it's I guess a year or so after it, so you're kind of like in the weird album part of the cycle where you're like writing but you're not releasing, you're still promoting and that kind of thing. And so now that you said you are writing, are you guys trying to make it more cohesive but different, or are you guys still trying to do the whole easy heavy kind of thing?
I think we're always going to have that like easy core pop punk kind of vibe, but I think on this next record we've been kind of fortunate that we don't really have just a one genre. Like we're not a pop punk band, we're not an easy core band, we're not a post hardcore band. So I think this next record we're gonna just play whatever we're gonna write, whatever we want to write, and have fun with it. I mean, one of the new songs that we have kind of has like a Green Day Dookie vibe to it. So it's like we're just going to have fun with it and write what we want to write, and hopefully everyone enjoys it as much as we do. So
yeah, so like Green Day one song, maybe Suicide Silence the next song, or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like there might be some like really pop influenced songs on this record too, like big pop rock songs, but not like, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to explain. But yeah, something like that.
Yeah, you guys do have, or the potential, or you guys already do have, depending on what you want to call radio friendly. But I think some of the songs are radio friendly in a way. Yeah. So are you guys, I guess the big thing for bands in this genre and the quote unquote warp scene, is having that one song on active rock radio on Liquid, whatever it's called on Sirius, that station. So is that something you guys are keeping in mind with writing this, or are you guys just writing it, and if it goes to a radio station and it goes around, that's great. If not, then oh well, or whatever?
I feel like you always want to write, you want a song on the radio. You know what I mean? Do you force yourself to write a song that you hope makes it to the radio? I don't know. I feel like we try to put out the best product we can. And I feel like the past year and a half that we've been through as a band and all the shows and tours we've been through, we have a lot to say. And all our personal experiences too. And so I feel like this next record, it's just one of those things where, I hope some of the songs make it to the radio. I think they're going to have the potential to, but I don't think we necessarily go out of our way to write like, oh, we're going to write a radio song. Yeah. You know what I mean? We just, I don't know. We just write what we write, and just, like I said, hopefully people like it enough to put it on the radio. But we'll see. Okay. We'll see what happens.
Now, since this is, still in the writing, process, as you said, one thing I like to talk to some bands about now is like how they're marketing the record with the whole streaming stuff going on now, CD sales being down and that kind of thing. So where's that coming to play for you guys? Are you guys pushing, a lot of hard copies for this, maybe a vinyl pressing, or you guys just, I guess, sticking straight to digital, or are you guys planning a marketing plan to have, like, I guess, some good bundles out there, for a hard copy?
Yeah, we haven't really discussed that part just yet. We'll always have our hard copies at shows, just because I know there's a lot of fans that like having the actual hard copy, and then we'll sign it for them and all that good stuff. But yeah, like you said, everything's pretty much digital now, so we haven't really discussed that yet, because I know that's part of our record label, like what they want to do. We haven't really attacked that part just yet. So, but just like this last record, we'll try to push, like, physical hard copies at shows, and then hopefully.
Probably also ask the fans what they want. Do the fans want a vinyl? But I love vinyl, so I think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be really rad to do that. But like Chris said, we haven't gotten that far into the process right now. I think we have 17 songs pre-productioned out. When we go home, we'll probably write another 4, and then we have some old songs that I think we're going to try to revamp that we love, that we think have great potential. So we're going to revisit those ideas, and then once we figure out what is going to go on the record. We'll track that, and then we'll figure out the next process as far as like, you know, the CDs, the hard copies, the vinyls, and stuff. I think definitely every time we do something, we always like to step our game up and try to become more creative in how we do things. So it'll be interesting once we start getting into that process to see what we're going to do. So definitely excited for the new record. I think I've been telling a lot of my friends, I feel like it's the most inspired I've been in a long time to write a record. So I'm definitely excited.
Okay, awesome. So after this tour, I assume more writing on this record, as you guys just were talking about. Are you guys looking to do any, like, I guess, one-off shows during the holidays, or can fans expect to see you guys for the rest of 2017 anywhere?
Well, in California, January 6th, we're headlining the Glass House in Pomona, which is like our hometown venue, one of our favorite venues. I think we're going to be shooting a live DVD that night. We don't know yet exactly. We might play the whole record, All Roads Lead Home, in its entirety, front to back, and then obviously play some of the older stuff that people like to hear. But I think, at least for now, that's the only thing we have. I mean, we've been touring now for 2 years, not straight, but literally for 2 years, with not a lot of time at home. I don't think we've had 4 or 5 months at home, like, consecutively. So we're definitely really looking forward to going home, taking a little month off, and then starting to work on, like, you know, recording the new record and then getting ready for that Glass House show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some time off, but ready to, as soon as we know what we're going to be doing next year, you guys will be the first to know.
All right, awesome. Now, you mentioned recording the record again. I just thought of this. You guys nabbed a producer for that yet? Do you guys know who you guys are looking to go to for that?
Not yet. We definitely have people that we want to do the record with. Everything has to do with timing. Are they available? You know, and if they even want to take on the project. So that's one thing that those are ideas we're shopping around right now, trying to figure out who we're going to do this next record with. So definitely have some people we'd love to do it with, but we'll see what happens.
All right, awesome. Well, guys, thanks for talking to us today.
Thank you.
You guys be safe going back home and have a good rest of the year and everything. So I'm Trenton with Soundlink Magazine, here with Assuming We Survive. Thanks for watching, everybody.